Hello everyone, hello. It feels so strange filming. I haven't filmed for a little bit. It's probably been about a week or so. And there are reasons. If you don't watch my live streams, you would not know this. But you guys, I got a job. I got a new job. I got a real job. I know. I've always hated that when people say that YouTube is not a real job, because that is just false. It was a job. It has been a job for me for the past 7 years, I think. I'm trying to think of when I submitted my company to the state of Minnesota. My company, myself, my person to the state of Minnesota. I'm pretty sure it was in 2015. It might have been in 2016, but in any case, it's been my job for a long time. And over the past, especially couple or few years here, I have been struggling emotionally with it. It was one of those things where when I started YouTube, I loved YouTube. I loved where YouTube was. I loved the kinds of videos that were on YouTube, you know, the popular ones, the not so popular ones. Like, I just enjoyed the environment that YouTube was, and I wanted to be a part of it. And so I did that. I started my own channel. I did my thing, and then I went to grad school, not for YouTube. Do they have that now? Now that like YouTube is an actual job, you know, where when you ask little kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the fact that kids can and do say a YouTuber, like, that's crazy to me. But since that's a thing, can you like take classes? I'm sure you can, like social media and stuff. Yeah, maybe. Either way, I started YouTube and I loved it. You know, it was my hobby when I was in grad school. I wanted it to, or I don't know that I want to say that I wanted it to, but I certainly had the thought in my head that like, hey, if I can make good money off of this, like, I'm not going to be mad about it because I love doing it. And then that's what happened. And then the burnout happened after a while. I think, you know, because of a multitude of things. Because I didn't like, and I haven't liked, where YouTube has been the past few years. You know, it's been okay, but it's certainly different, and it's just not as much for me anymore. You know, who knows, that could change in the future. But, you know, it made it so that the kinds of videos that I still liked and the kinds of videos that I still enjoyed creating and that had done well on my channel didn't do well anymore. And that's always concerning when your life actually kind of depends on it doing well. And it was this horrible place of like feeling like, okay, I want to stay true to myself, but I also need to change myself in order to become popular on YouTube or in order to sustain myself on YouTube. But I didn't want to change. And, you know, some people would say that's a good thing. Some people would say that's a bad thing. I think it was a mixture of the two, because it's not that I was resistant to change because, oh, it would be hard, but it was a resistance to change because, like I said, I didn't want to make it's this weird thing. As a creative person, I think people would understand more, where it's like you have to appeal to the masses, but you still want to stay true to yourself. It's finding that balance, and I didn't want to or wasn't able to find that balance, okay? I'm not trying to blame outside sources and everything. Like, it's me at the end of the day. Like, this is my channel. The performance of my channel comes down, a lot of it anyways, to me. Of course, there are certain outside forces too, be it, you know, the YouTube algorithm and, you know, people's interests and all that kind of stuff too. But like, at the end of the day, the main thing I can control is me, okay? So I would rather just say, you know, my bad, my fault, my whatever. And that's totally fine. I'm fine taking responsibility for it because, like I said, I can see where it happened and why it was happening and stuff. And so, like I said, I mean, I have just been struggling. Okay, but it was also one of those things where it's like, what kind of a job can I get that I would actually enjoy that would also sustain me in the same way that YouTube does, because I still make money off of YouTube, you know? It still earns me a decent amount of money. Okay, I just put glitter on my... Why is there glitter on this brush? This is my nose crease blendy brush. There should not be glitter on this, but okay. Either way, like I was saying, you know, how am I gonna find a job that can sustain me in the same way, because it just wasn't feasible. And so I stuck it out with YouTube, because financially anyways, that just made the most sense, but emotionally it was not doing so great for me. You know, with every passing year, I was noticing my paychecks going down and down. And unless I was going to change, my paychecks weren't going to change. And like I said, I wasn't exactly in the place where I wanted to. You know, it just, it was I know that it's not going to sound, I don't know. I know people are going to say that I threw away this good thing that I had built up over the years. And I was so lucky to have this job on YouTube, doing my own thing. I'm my own boss, blah, 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 blah. Don't get me wrong. I do not take that sort of thing for granted. I knew how lucky and privileged I was. And I don't even like using the word privilege, because I worked my butt off to make YouTube my job. It's not like it just fell into my lap. Like, I was doing the work. I was putting the work in. But I just fell out of love with the work. And some people... My nose is so freaking itchy. Some people work very well on their own. Some people do great with the whole working from home thing, and I think a lot of people, you know, found that out with COVID and whatnot. A lot of people working from home because of that, and people loved it because they had been going into the office for however many years, and so it was a treat for them. But it's a whole grass is always greener type thing, you know? I had been working from home by myself for many years, and so for me, it got to the point where I missed having coworkers. I missed reporting to a job and feeling like, I don't know, I was making a difference in someone's life. And I know that, you know, sometimes I still get comments that make me feel like I've made a difference in their life, and like it means the world to me. But there's just a difference behind reading a comment like that and actually experiencing a comment like that in real life. It doesn't make one more valuable than the other. I don't want anyone to think that that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that for me, for my emotional stability and well-being, I needed to get back out into the world. I needed to socialize with people. I was doing the steps to try and get there, you know, even keeping YouTube my job, by dating, by going and seeing people every week, by volunteering every week. Like, I was taking the steps to get myself out there and whatnot, but for me, it just didn't feel like enough. Like, I just wanted a normal job again. I can't explain it. Some people are cut out to work on their own and be their own boss, and I just don't think I ever was. I think I've been forcing it this whole time, and like, while I was able to force it and make it work, I just don't think it was sustainable in the long run. And so now I have a part-time job outside of YouTube, and I'm able to keep YouTube in my life. I can still do YouTube for work, which is great, but I can also not focus on YouTube, and I can do videos that I want to do without the pressure of their performance as much. And that feels so amazing to me, to have that freedom to do whatever I want and not be worried about like, okay, but will the views be enough? That's really exciting to me. It just feels really good. Like having, you know, I've been at work for a week now. It feels like I've been there for so much longer. Like, I got so lucky with how this job, I mean, it didn't fall in my lap, but I made it happen. I took the step to get past feeling the rejection, you know, like just asking for a job, even though I didn't know if they were hiring or whatnot. I just straight up asked and sent in my resume, which felt weird making a resume and having YouTube being my top, you know, like most recent thing or whatever. Like, it feels like I don't know what it is about YouTube, but it really does. Even though it is a real job, it still just feels like such a joke, and I feel like people don't take me seriously, and so like that's also been holding me back from applying to real jobs out there. You know, I do want to keep that in quotes. But you know, it just, I felt so nervous, and the fact that this new job of mine took me in just right away and had faith in me that I'd be able to learn the position and do well and be a good fit, like it just was so nice. It was a really quick turnaround, like I said. I mean, I asked for the job, or asked if there were any openings in like during the week. I don't remember if it was a Monday, a Tuesday, something like that. And then by Friday I was hired, and I was starting the next week on Monday, like or Tuesday. Like it's been such a quick turnaround, but it's been so great. I feel so lucky. Like all of my coworkers that I work directly with are amazing. My boss is amazing. I love where I work. Like I don't want to say where I work because I'm still going to be on YouTube here, and I just don't want that information out there. So like I hope you guys can respect that. And I know a lot of you have said, you know, like, well, you could still tell us what field it's in and da da da, but I just personally don't feel comfortable with that, because even that small amount of information still gives you information, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys can respect my privacy there and just be happy for me. Just be happy that I have something outside of YouTube. It's something that I've been wanting for so long now, and I just didn't think was possible or feasible. And now I'm seeing that it is. Like, I feel so much more fulfilled and happy and just energized. I'm so grateful to be where I am and being able to do these two things simultaneously and just feel good about myself again. You know, it's so hard being an introvert and then working from home by yourself. Like, it just ends up, you just end up self-isolating, and it doesn't feel great. And obviously, like, this is all just this, I'm only blah blah blah, I'm only speaking from my experience. Obviously some people are able to make it work and they're very successful at it. I just wasn't. And so I'm just, yeah, overall, like I said, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with where I'm at right now and to be doing the things that I'm doing. And I just wanted to let you guys know, just in case, like I said, some of you don't watch my live streams, which I totally understand. You know, they're not for everybody, but it is what it is. I am where I am, and I feel really good about it. So yeah, I mean, really this video is just here to say, or let you guys know that this is what's happening. This is why you might not be seeing as much of me here on YouTube, because I am occupying my time elsewhere. But I'm really happy where I am, and I just hope things continue to go as smoothly and as wonderfully as I feel like they're going now. So yeah, you guys, I just wanted to say how grateful I am that you all have stuck by me as long as you have, or maybe haven't, maybe you're new here, but just that you've been able to be a part of my life for as long as you have. I am so grateful to have had the years that I've had here on YouTube, and I hope that, you know, in the future it can still continue to be fun in its own way. And like I said, it's feeling that way. Like, I feel like it's a treat to make videos again. I don't feel like I'm forcing myself to make the videos, to create a certain amount of videos every week. And, you know, I feel like I'm in a really good place making the decision that I have, and I hope that you guys can feel that in my videos coming up here. I hope that you can just feel happy for me regardless. I hope that everything works out the way that it's supposed to work out, you know. It's one of those things that I've always wanted to believe that things happen for a reason. Do I really think that that's the case? I don't know. But when things fall into place like this, in the way that they have these past couple of weeks, this past week, however long it's been, it feels like there has to be something to it. There has to be some sort of karma involved or some sort of something involved, you know, that has pushed me this way or that has allowed this to happen. Either way, what I'm trying to say is I feel really good where I'm at. I am enjoying the new work that I'm doing. I feel like it's in a great field for me, and I just hope that we can all be happy together. And so, yeah, I guess this video, I wanted it to be an update and a thank you. And I just hope that you all can allow yourself to find happiness in life too. Like, just because you have chosen one life path at some point in your life doesn't mean that you have pigeonholed yourself or that you are stuck in that path now forever. Like, let myself be the proof. If you want to make a change, do it. The worst that's going to happen is that you tried and it didn't work out. So go give yourself that chance, and I hope that things work out just as well for you as they have for me these past couple weeks. So thank you guys for being here with me. As always, I hope you all are doing well, and until next time, stay well until then. Bye.